Good evening. Welcome to a new season of Vickers way off Broadway. We're pleased to tell you that we have another play scheduled in April by Ken Gorman, and then in May we're going to have a play by John Tissue. Tonight's play reading is called Excuses and Tall Tales. At one time or another, we have all made up excuses. Tonight, you may hear some excuses that you can use for just about any occasion. Several of your neighbors are making their Vickers stage debut tonight. They are Steve Derby, Beverly Beck, and the Calligans, Evelyn and Bill. Carolyn Derby will be our digital clock watcher. Also in the cast are Rick Ezekiel and Yvonne Goldsmith, and one of our favorite staff members, Megan Lee. A guest will play the part of Elmer. Thank you for coming tonight and enjoy the show.
Thank you.
What a great day this is. We've really lucked out on the weather. Oops, I'm a little early. The bus doesn't leave until 10. I think I'll sit here in the lobby, in the parlor. That's more comfortable. And wait. I'm still surprised that my suggestion for a new activity was accepted by Janice, and today's the day. This will be the first Vickers Mystery Bus ride. Should be a lot of fun. Let's see who's going. Janice was nice enough to give me a list of those who'd signed up. Oh, but I can't read it without my reading glasses. Where are they? Oh, they're never where I put them. Oh, here they are, right on. Been there, would have bit me. The bus is full. Out of 31 seats, however, a few of my buddies have canceled out. Jim made an appointment to have his toenails clipped. Jack told me he was going to have a toothache this morning. In other words, he'd rather go to a dentist than to go on the bus ride. I'm worried about him backing out of things so often. Mike said he was afraid if he took a long ride, his hemorrhoids would act up. I can understand that one. Johnny backed out because he wanted to save money. He already used up his meal allowance for the truly unforgettable gourmet experience with wine. I'm glad to see Billy is coming. He called me this morning in a panic because he thought he would be late. When he was getting dressed, he put both legs into one pant leg. Then he tried to walk. Fortunately, he fell back onto his bed and didn't get hurt. I wish I'd slept a little better last night. Let me see if I can get started on this newspaper. What's happening to the sorry Jaguars? They must have a boatload of excuses after the last season. The players even claimed that their uniforms were too tight. Oh my. Oh, nuts. I missed the damn bus. I dreamed about the last bocce tournament when I lost 18-2. But the sun was in my eyes. Now what am I going to do?
Steve, you look as upset as I am.
Rick, so you missed the bus too. How come?
Oh, you're not going to believe this. It's because of my dog.
What in the world did your dog do?
Well, Brody's a very friendly poodle. He grabbed my key fob like it was one of his toys.
He likes to play.
Yeah, but it took me 15 minutes to get it back from him.
Well, it was just a game with him.
When I shouted, "That's it, no treat today," he gave it back to me.
Smart dog.
I'm convinced the son of a gun was smiling at me.
Well, he certainly did get the best of you. All dogs are smart. I had a dog once that brought in the newspaper every day. Problem was I didn't subscribe to it.
Nice. I heard this one. A woman calls the airline customer service to see if she can bring her dog on board. Yes, was the answer, as long as you provide a kennel that's long enough for the dog to stand, sit up, turn over, and turn around.
Makes sense.
The woman replied, "Oh my, I'll never be able to teach him all that by tomorrow."
I need a good laugh today.
You and me both.
Actually, I prefer cats and silly cat jokes.
Me too. For instance, what cats like to bowl?
Oh, that's an easy one. Alley cats. This is better. Cats are independent. They don't listen. They don't come when you call. They stay out all night. And when they come home, they like to be left alone and sleep. In other words, the very qualities that women hate in a man, they love in a cat.
I'm happy to tell you my Brody is very healthy. There's no excuse not to take the vet to the veterinarian periodically. By the way, do you know when vets are the busiest?
Not really.
When it's raining cats and dogs.
Oh, Rick, what a weird sense of humor you have.
Science is wonderful to protect the health of animals, but common sense is also necessary.
What do you mean?
Well, recently, the Texas Department of Transportation found 100 dead crows on the highway. The coronavirus was the excuse given to explain it. However, a veterinarian examined the crows and found that 98% of the deaths were caused by vehicular impact.
Sounds reasonable.
Then a specialist in bird behavior reviewed the case and reached this conclusion. He determined that crows have a lookout crow to warn them of danger. The signal is to shout, "Caw! Caw!"
So?
Unfortunately, the crows are not trained to shout, "Bike! Bike!"
With that bit of common sense, I think it's time for you to get going.
Good Good timing. I have a bridge game to cheer me up.
It will? That'll be a first.
Hi, Yvonne.
How are you? Hello, Steve. Did you miss the bus too?
Oh, Yvonne, yes, I certainly did.
Well, it could only happen to me.
I'm sure that's true.
Well, it was because of Charlie.
Oh, who else, of course.
Actually, it wasn't his fault. I had to take care of the cat until he came back from the car dealer.
Well, the cat's a priority.
The car needed service. So a friendly policeman drove him home.
Well, how nice of the policeman to help.
So true. Reminds me of the story of a cop who pulls over a car for speeding. The driver admits he was trying to outrun him. That's a heck of an excuse, says the cop. The driver explains, 5 years ago, my wife left me for a highway patrolman. When I saw you coming after me, I was afraid you were bringing her back. The cop smiled and said, have a good day.
Yeah.
Drive
Cops.
slowly.
Cops hear it all. What about the cop who pulled over a driver and told him, your eyes are red. Have you been smoking weed? The driver says, well, your eyes look glazed. Have you been eating donuts?
What a great comeback. What about this one? A police officer knocks on the door and says, sir, we believe your dog has been chasing a boy on his bike. Sorry, you must have the wrong house. My dog doesn't have a bike.
I think it's about time we change the subject. How about politics?
That's going from the sublime to the ridiculous. I remember when the scariest night of the year was Halloween. Now it's election night.
Will Rogers was right. Become a politician, no training necessary.
Well, Will Rogers wouldn't recognize the size of the government today. Politicians are expert at having excuses for all occasions.
Isn't that the truth?
Someone suggested that Congress men and women should wear uniforms, like NASCAR drivers. Then we would be able to identify their corporate sponsors.
I think they're called special interests.
Oh, I just remembered this one. A congressman is sitting at his desk. He receives a call. He smiles and says, thank you. Then he calls his mother and says, good news, Mom. I won the election. Honestly, she responds. He replies, does it make any difference how?
Oh, that's a bad joke.
Or before I go, let me tell you about Ethel.
Please do. I was disappointed to learn that she'd canceled out on the trip.
Well, in the middle of the night, she called security to say there was a drone hovering outside her bedroom window. She's still in bed this morning.
What a unique excuse. I thought drones only flew over New Jersey.
Oh, I meant to ask you, what's your excuse for not playing croquet?
Well, it's simple. I don't look good in white.
Well, let me tell you, I look great in white.
I'll bet you do.
I'm a coming. I'm a coming.
Oh, look who's coming. It's
Who's that, Dad?
It's our oldest resident, Elmer. He's 105 years old.
Where are
Wonder
you?
what he's up to now. Oh, over here, Elmer. Over here. Have a seat. Oh, by the way, here's your script.
I know I forgot something.
How are you?
I'm feeling pretty chipper today.
Hey, gotcha.
Regular, you know what I mean?
No, I don't know. Why are you wearing a bathrobe?
What did you say? Speak up. I'm an old man.
Well, so I noticed. I asked you why you were wearing a bathrobe.
Because I'm cold, knucklehead.
I'm surprised to see you on the list for such a long bus ride. You in pretty good shape for your age?
Oh, depends, if you get my meaning.
Oh, of course. Depends. So you're late for the bus ride as well, huh?
No, I canceled out.
Why?
I had a dream. It's going to snow.
Well, I've heard a lot of excuses today, but that tops them all.
Excuses are okay sometimes, but they shouldn't become a habit.
Elmer, don't you know we're in Florida?
We are.
Yes.
Those nurses keep telling me I'm in Alaska. I guess they were pulling my leg, like I beg them to do.
You know, a lot of us are planning to go on the mystery bus ride.
You'll never make it.
Why not?
Because of the snow, knucklehead. Didn't I just tell you it's going to snow?
Oh, all right. Elmer, how's your wife doing?
Pretty good, considering her age. You know, I always wanted to marry Mrs. Wright. Sorry to say, her first name is always.
Very witty. You sound like a politician.
Did you know the first president I voted for was Calvin Coolidge? Yes, sir, during the roaring 20s. I have to tell you, though, Sonny, the country paid the price dearly for the good times.
Well, listen, Elmer, maybe the bus is going to a very warm place.
Me too. I'm going back to my room. The nurses have a special treat for me today.
That sounds like fun.
First, we're going to watch Howdy Doody.
I never heard of that show.
Then they give me a shower. I sure look forward to that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Well, I gotta get going.
Well, it's nice talking to Elmer. Be careful.
First, did you know that old folks are great multitaskers?
Really?
Yeah. We can sneeze and pee at the same time.
Same old Elmer.
Be a good boy, Sonny. Try not to make up too many excuses. Your credibility is at stake.
So's yours.
What was crazy Elmer doing here with his bathrobe on?
Dad, he was cold, knucklehead. That's not you. Not me. That was the word for word what he said to me. Wow, so you missed the bus too?
Yeah, I was on the phone with my sister, who is a teacher, and her husband's a judge. I couldn't get off the phone listening to her reminisce about her young students.
Well, how nice of them to discuss their work day.
She told me of a third grade girl who said she couldn't concentrate on homework because of menopause.
out of the mouths of babes.
How's this? A fifth grader explained why he and his twin sister looked different. He came from the sperm, and she came from the egg.
How do these things get in their heads?
Who knows? Then her husband piped up with his story about the judge with a clever excuse. He called the two lawyers into his chambers. I've been presented to both of you with a thick envelope. Attorney Jones gave me $50,000, and Attorney Brown gave me $60,000. I decided to give back $10,000 to Attorney Brown. Then, since you both have given me the same amount, I can judge the case on its merits.
Now that's a smart judge. Crooked, but fair.
All in the day's work, she said. It was so nice of one of my kids to say he didn't do his homework because he didn't want to add to my workload.
Well, that's very thoughtful, Beverly. Did you know that Tom Coughlin of the Jaguars started his 10 o'clock meetings at 5 to 10?
I did hear that.
And he didn't accept the usual excuses like heavy traffic. Power went out in my home, so the alarm clock didn't work. Upset stomach, trapped in an elevator, jury duty, on and on.
Oh, here's another joke about a judge. The first witness in a court trial was a 90-year-old woman. Ma'am, the prosecuting attorney asked, do you know me? She answers, as a boy, you were rather rude and loud and bossy, and thank you, the attorney interrupts. Do you know the defense attorney? Yes, I remember him as someone who cursed, who acted as a dictator like Napoleon and was very arrogant. Ma'am, thank you for being candid. The judge calls the two attorneys into his chambers. He sternly states, if either of you ask her if she knows me, I'll hold you in contempt of court.
I guess I'll remember that one for myself.
So my sister finished the call by talking about her favorite stories with second graders.
There was no stopping her, was there?
Yeah, but I heard her husband say she's late for a doctor's appointment. Again. So she hung up on me.
What do you say we sit together on the bus next time and you can tell me more, okay?
I'd like that. Thank you. So long.
Oh, in fact, how about dinner with me and Carolyn next week?
That would be nice, but I have to check my calendar first.
Of course.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
How you doing, Steve?
Oh, Bill Evelyn, how are you? I was just dozing. Wondering what I'm going to do after missing the bus because I fell asleep.
Oh, you didn't miss the bus.
What are you talking about?
You didn't miss the bus. Oh, excuse me. Oh, close killed me.
I didn't miss the bus?
Nope.
I did. What do you mean I didn't miss the bus?
Well, the schedule was changed last week.
That's really funny.
Why is that funny?
What a waste of good excuses. You should have heard them from all our friends who thought the tour started at 10.
Well, actually, I would have been late too, because my hairdryer didn't work. But my husband, the engineer, pushed the GFI button, and it came back on.
Hey, good work, Bill.
No problem.
Last week, our neighbor didn't make it to dinner with us. He blamed that old cliche. He dropped his false teeth in the toilet.
Well, it happens.
He says he's going to change dentists, however. Even his dentures have cavities.
That's funny. It's like the excuse my pastor gave for his long sermon. He said he used his wife's denture by mistake and couldn't stop talking.
Better not encourage him, everyone.
Well, there was a dentist who was awarded Dentist of the Year, and he received a little plaque. Did you know there was a documentary about wisdom teeth? It was called Inconvenient Tooth. Like Jimmy Durante, I got 1 million of them.
Everyone tell him your favorite.
Okay. Here you go. An elderly couple, kind of like us, gets pulled over by a lady cop. The officer asks, license, a registration. What'd he say? What'd she say? Your license and registration, dear. The officer reads the license. I used to have a boyfriend in New Jersey. The worst guy I've ever had. What did she say? What did she say? She thinks she used to know you.
Let me add some dignity to this conversation and mention Jeremiah from the Old Testament. The Lord appointed Jeremiah as a prophet, but Jeremiah responded with excuses. He was too young. He wasn't that good a speaker. Well, the Lord touched Jeremiah's mouth, and he became a great prophet.
Well, I'd call them holy excuses.
Time to go. We'll be missing the bus.
Wait, we cannot leave without a one-liner about doctors. A patient calls. Doctor, have you got anything for my liver? Yes. Get some onions.
That really makes me cry. Well, now let me get my stuff together and I'll see you two on the bus.
Before I go, we did tell the others about the bus being at 10:30, so they'll make the trip.
Oh, I'm so sleepy I can't get through this.
Mr. Derby, wake up.
No. Let me get my bearings here.
Sir, they're holding the bus for you.
Oh, good. I thought I'd missed it again.
No, turns out the bus driver drove all around Oak Bridge first, and he got lost on the access road.
That's a real good excuse. By the way, what was the incident at dinner last night, Megan?
Let me see. Oh, yes. Seems one gentleman had too much to drink, and he mixed up his order. Instead of a martini, he ordered a marini. For an appetizer, he ordered a Brutus salad. And the dessert items last night were lady fingers and a custard tart. And he ordered a lady tart. At that point, his wife apologized and they left.
Now, how did the waiter keep a straight face?
It wasn't easy.
Okay, I'm ready to go. No excuse for me this time. Hey, what's going on here?
Believe it or not, the mystery ride is on the calendar for tomorrow.
Guess we screwed up. Don't know how that happened. It never happened before.
Yeah, sure. I guess it'll never happen again, huh?
The bus driver told us he was taking people to Mayo. Guess what? Mayo Hospital is offering a special for today. Group colonoscopies at a discount.
Over the years, I've had 3 of them.
How much is the discount? I may go.
Aren't you all anxious to know where the mystery ride is going? What about any rumors?
I don't know, but Janice guaranteed me we're not going to take a long drive to the Palms in South Carolina.
Thank God for that.
I heard we may go to Fantasy Farm on Roscoe Boulevard.
How about a Japanese bathhouse?
I don't think so.
Maybe we'll go up in a hot air balloon.
It could be one of those escape room places. I went with my grandkids and we had a ball. If I were alone though, I'd be in there forever.
Escape rooms are really a lot of fun, aren't they, honey?
Yes, dear.
I really don't care where we go as long as the bus has a John.
Someone suggested that we're going to Camp Weed.
Oh, that would be great. Then we can practice for an evacuation.
I can tell you where I wish I were going.
Where is that, pray tell?
I'd love to go to a Dude Ranch, like the movie City Slickers.
What? You on a horse? That horse would need liability insurance.
You know, last year, we went on a tour of Jaguar Stadium. If we went again, we could learn all about the renovations. Right, dear?
Yes, dear.
May I say something? What's the point of a mystery ride if you know where you're going? Janice didn't even tell me. Let's just wait for tomorrow and enjoy the surprise.
That's the truth. Thank you, Megan.
I have an idea for today. Let's go to my apartment for some Bloody Marys and mimosas. What do you say?
Great
Great idea. Let's go.
Bill, we can tell all the others in our building to come. Okay, sweetheart?
Absolutely, yes, dear.
On second thought, as I fixed my ceiling fan this morning, I spilled WD-40 all over it, and the smell is all over the apartment.
That's too bad.
Yes, it is. No party at my house tonight.
I don't know about you folks, but I'm going back to read a book and then go to the Blue Heron for lunch.
Good idea. I'll go with you.
Great.
Time we
Time
go
to
as
go as
well.
well.
So long.
Good thing I came up with that excuse. It might be the mother of all excuses.
Sorry there was a mix-up about the bus.
No problem. It happens all the time.
Actually, I assumed you were going on the bus to Mayo, as well as the mystery ride.
They say assumptions are more wrong than right.
What do they say about someone who makes excuses all the time?
Let me tell you what a wise old man once told me. There are hackneyed excuses that you can get by with, but the more you say no or turn down invitations, the fewer friends you will have.
Good advice. Thank you.
Time to go. One more thing.
Which is?
I can't wait to hear some new excuses tomorrow.
I can't wait to see where we're going.
Where's Elmer? All right.
Yeah.
We made it. Thank you.
Got it?
Yep.
Is that-